I set the precedent.
Yeah.
Mr. President, good job.
You guys remember?
Get down.
All right, Alex, take it away. Give us your C fact.
Okay. Today's C word is crow. So many types of crows are solitary, but they often forage in groups. A group of crows is called a murder, but when one crow dies, the other crows surround it and basically have a funeral for the dead crow and then try and figure out what killed it.
Dude, crows?
Wow. They're like little
Crows and
investigators.
ravens are so smart.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's
Yeah, like that
cute.
one that brings money to that
Yeah.
guy for food.
I want to see like a bunch of crows around a dead crow, and then a crow comes out from like the sky, and a little like Sherlock Holmes get up with a little pipe, and they start cawing at each other, trying to figure out what happened. I'd watch that show.
Indubitably.
You also forgot the most important fact. The Crow was released in 1994, and it has 83% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, you're just gonna steal my thunder like that?
Yeah.
Bitches be tripping.
Yes, I am.
What's the
You've
what's
been
the crow
dethroned.
about, Des?
Oh, God, I haven't seen that in forever. It's some guy that, I mean, I don't know. He has weird makeup on
He's a
and
huge
stuff.
Kiss fan.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid review.
8 out of 10.
Look it up if you guys don't know.
Okay.
All right.
So
here
that
we go.
one cool fact and one kind of not cool fact later. There's
It's
no such
fine.
thing as bad facts, but that was close.
Here we go.
I guess, Des, you said you had no talk about tokens, so if you would care to take that away.
Yeah, I think we were done recording by the time it was mentioned, but thanks to that out-of-the-box thinking we had last episode, and Chris is really excited about, he gave us some tokens. So our totals right now, I think everyone actually got one, but Alex got two, because he was kind of leading the whole situation. But our totals now, Ryan and Alex have two, and then me and Kevin have one.
Hell yeah.
All right.
What up?
Thank you for that wonderful recap. In fact, you doing great as always. Now, Chris, it's your turn. Take it away.
All right. See you next week.
All right.
Oh, I thought you meant the
no,
episode.
let's start it.
I took
We
it
have to
away.
start it first.
Let's recap, kind of figure out where we were, so I know we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had just stolen the Empire of Bones ship, and we're heading towards the super weapon.
Alex.
Oh,
Alex
Also, we're level 20.
See
yeah,
you
we're
next
level
year.
20 now.
Level 20.
Alex used Command Undead on the Admiral and had him go check out a Necroglider in our airlock. Which, can't believe that worked twice, but damn if it did.
That's like the catchphrase. It's like the catch move
Yeah,
every
it's like
episode.
It's like,
You want to go to the
that's our
airlock?
signature move.
Yeah.
When all hope is lost,
The
look to
airlock.
the airlock.
Like, I imagine we're in some kind of crazy gunfight, and then, like, one of us looks over and goes, guys, hold on. They pull a lever, and the airlock opens, and, like, even though we were nowhere near an airlock 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
All right, so I think last time we ejected quite a few of these crew members, and Rats is sitting in this bone ship in the bay. We kind of looked up the rules after the fact, and I think Kevin mentioned that there was something about bludgeoning damage that these guys were supposed to take.
Yeah.
But with them being ejected into space, I'm not too worried about that. However, we still have Rats. Now, I believe the ship is just exposed to space. There is no dome over this thing. And so I'm kind of feeling like Rats is going to be subjected to some of that damage. One of the things, I don't think we really explained it so much, but when the bay doors opened up, there's just this huge vortex, this rush of air from the decompression. And so, Rats is going to get buffeted by this air a little bit. And that's going to be, what was it, 3d6?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
Believe it was 3d6 from what I saw. Rats can kind of brace himself and roll a reflex save to see if he can avoid some of this damage.
Would he have been able to like prep himself for it at all? Because, like, he knew the plan.
He's down. Yeah, he's down in it. So, but I mean, nevertheless, there's still a rush of air. So you can go ahead and take a +4 to your reflex save here.
Well, I'm just wondering if my life bubble protects me from the pressure change.
Well, that's... I mean, anything's possible. I don't remember. I just read it not too long ago.
The first effects of a ruptured hull are dropping room pressure and massive winds that buffet the characters. All characters in a room with a ruptured hull or a suddenly open airlock, regardless of whether they have personal environmental protections, immediately take 3d6 bludgeoning damage as the air in the room pours into the void of space.
Okay. That seems like that would get through the life bubble.
Now, I wasn't in that room, but I was at the door. Would I also?
No, you closed the door because we told you to close the door.
Okay. Did you?
You did.
I mean, if you didn't close the door, that's on you.
If you didn't close the door, you'd probably
I'll
get
go
sucked
for
out
it.
too.
If you said I did, then I assume I did, but I don't remember that part.
I remember Jeeves being instructed to lock the door,
Oh,
so I
okay.
assume that you closed it. And I'm actually going to move you right outside of the door because you were still in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And I assume you wouldn't have to take the reflex save because you are.
I'm adding the reflex save. I don't believe there's actually anything in the rules, but Rats is...
No, it says they must attempt a reflex save.
Okay, but to what? To stay in the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to have the damage, but I guess I remember that wrong.
Yeah, there's nothing about having the damage. It's just the reflex is to stay in the ship, but since he's obviously in a ship, I guess the ship would have to roll a reflex save.
No, I've got that
All
covered.
right.
Just go ahead and roll this reflex save, Rats.
Okay, I got
+4, you're down in the...
Oh, a +4 to it?
Yeah, you're down in this other ship. You were braced for this.
So that's 25.
Okay, more than enough over as DC 15. So you are going to... So the damage is not negated, so you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this air rushes over the hull of the cockpit of the ship. And you're able to hold yourself in place by bracing as you watch these undead Marines fly out into the vacuum of space. One of them bounces off the winglet of your ship and just spins off in a random direction. You see this sunlight from one of these gates pouring in through. And also a side effect of this decompression is that the ship kind of gets pushed to... this is on the port side of the ship. So the ship kind of tail spins to... I'm sorry. You're on the starboard side of the ship, and it gets pushed in a tailspin to the port side of the ship just slightly. Up front, I forget the names.
Robbie?
And
Wait,
And Kenneth.
Kenneth and Robbie. I've got it.
Kenneth and Robbie. Kenneth is up at the helm and sees an internal alarm go off. The ship begins to lurch to the left, and he's like, "What the heck is going on?" Just as he says this, a blast from one of the planet's capital weapons flies across the bow and continues on and hits the bone ship. There is a subsequent eruption, explosion, and a bunch of debris begins to fly towards the ship. I'm not sure this is going to work out well, but I'm going to have everybody roll initiative and just play this next part out.
Okay.
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 Well, it's
I
exactly
haven't rolled under a 10 with this new set of
Nice.
dice, by the way.
nice.
Des blessed me with good dice.
One of us should have gotten a good set.
They're it's also known as loaded.
No.
I was actually
not
thinking
that.
that.
Not
I was
that.
like, I could have just gotten loaded dice.
Maybe only to use them in the most critical of circumstances.
All right, Sev, what do you got?
Modified 20.
Raquel,
17.
Rats,
19.
Razel,
26.
26. All right, I believe that's everybody else. We lost 6 last week. God rest their soul.
They're still alive. Some of them.
Was it Star Trek or something where they're like just floating out in space, but there was a guy in Dreads. He was like a monster that was like undead, just floating out in space. I don't know.
if it's.
It could have been a
Star Trek.
dream I had. I don't know.
Okay. Raquel,
Is that a fever dream, apparently?
what's Raquel's bonus?
For my initiative,
Yeah.
+2.
Okay. Okay, here we go. This is... So basically, the ship decompressed. It kind of tailspins to the left. And this debris is flying towards the ship as well. Kenneth takes control of the helm, and he's going to begin to navigate around this oncoming debris cloud. Razel, you're up first. This is a situation. It's kind of open-ended. You got to move a standard, treat it like combat, but this is a situation you're in, and you got to try to get out of it.
I don't know.
It's more
Should I
creative
punch
here,
Kenneth?
so that's why I wasn't sure about initiative here, but I kind of want to explore it because it's kind of like second-by-second stuff. Rats went off. You know what the plan is. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I head to a gunner station? I don't know.
Okay.
Well, there's someone in the one of them. I don't know if we have multiple or just one.
Yeah, actually, the gunner stations, I don't know if we ever discussed, are in separate rooms.
I always assumed they were.
Yeah.
I go to a gunner station and prepare to fire.
Okay. You prepare to fire, which will occur on the pilot's turn. Sev, you're up. You see this massive debris field coming directly towards you.
Okay, so.
Before I leave, I give Kenneth a 1 second tutorial on how to best fly the ship.
So I just push this one button?
Yeah, like 45 times.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sev's also gonna run to the other gunner station. He's gonna be like, Razel, we're gonna try to blast some of this debris. Maybe we can make it easier on ourselves.
Yeah.
So he's gonna load up one of the weapons that, I guess would be on the port side.
Okay.
And then they're gonna. I guess his thinking is that they could try to shoot some of the debris, maybe break it up a little bit, so it wouldn't be as much of a threat.
Okay. So you move over there. Rats, you are in the ship at this point, and the ship kind of like lunges to the the port side, and you notice that I forget what the model of the ship is that you're in. The bone ship begins to slide towards the open bay doors.
The Necroglider?
Yeah, the Necroglider begins to slide towards the open bay doors to outer space. Remember, the air is just kind of evening out as it flows out into space. Imagine the life bubble. I don't know, you think it would be kind of stretched into a line, like a point as it's going out, and then
Yeah, like it's being pulled away from his body.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know, maybe you feel like, whoosh, I hope this whole, I don't know, but it's got to be weird to see this.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be fun to get thrown out of the ship in the Necroglider.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry about dying.
Yeah.
At least from atmosphere.
Couldn't pilot it though.
Yeah, I'm not going to move the ship just yet because it's not like it was thrown, but it is inching.
Well, you could probably have G's close the airlock.
I think I'm just gonna ride the wave.
All right, so Rat's is going to hold his action potentially. Now it is Kenneth's turn. We've got a debris field approaching us. It seems like we've got at least 3 major targets that we have to worry about. The rest of the stuff, the shields look like they can handle. Did anybody put the shields up?
It's that button.
I have to do everything around here?
Well, Robbie can do it.
Robbie! I don't go to the end, sir. Damn it! There's a large piece of this debris coming directly for the ship, and Sev and Razel, you both may take a shot at this thing.
That.
I don't remember what my.
Doesn't matter. Just roll. I rolled a 17. What are my bonuses?
Well, it's your dex plus your either base attack or your piloting. I think mine was plus 11. Oh, well. I got a natty 19, so.
Yeah, I got a natty 17.
So that's a total for if mine was plus 11, it'd be a 30.
Okay, that is a hit.
31.
2 hits. Roll me some damage.
I don't know. What are you shooting?
What's the?
You want to do turret like you always do?
No, I said port specifically.
Oh, I'll do turret. I'm shooting a.
Is that updated though? Because I know Alex up.
Light particle beam. Port is light laser cannon.
What's the damage on it?
2d4.
Hey Alex, where did you post that stuff, by the way? Never mind, I found it. Actually,
Right
you're
where
wrong.
you're
The
looking.
it's a light particle beam on port, which is 3d6.
Did it not? I have it updated.
I feel you didn't, because what Alex
So
has.
I have tactical missile launcher.
Yeah, that's forward. The turret is light particle beam, which is 3d6.
Yeah.
The port is light particle beam, which is 3d6.
Did I not change that? I must not have changed that. I got 10 damage, Chris.
10
10
damage.
ship
Okay.
damage.
I got 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Math. Okay. You both hit this thing and you splinter off like the outer chunks on either side, but there's still a pretty good hunk of metal coming at you. However, decreasing the size of this, you have enabled Kenneth to make an easier maneuver here. So he is going to attempt to evade. That's a 19 on the die. It's in the high 30s. So he grabs the controls, shoves it to the right. The ship spins wildly to the right. He is able to dodge past this. However, the ship that Rats is now in, the Neck Glider, really begins to drift towards the edge as it slides ever closer to that. If I could freaking rotate. Thank you.
Oh wait, he can pilot this.
So the ship lurches to the side. Raquel, you are standing on the other side of this door. You know the situation. You know that it's decompressed. What do you do?
Well, she went from being fairly confident of their plan to seeing Rats kind of about to head out into space, so her heart like sinks, and she yells to Jeeves, "Jeeves, close the bay doors now!"
Yes, Raquel. Captain, am I able to take orders from anybody else but you?
Just do it!
Yes, Raquel. He begins the procedure to close the doors, but it's going to cycle at least one round.
Oh, God.
Is there anything else that you want to do? Because that was just a free action.
I don't feel like I could
Open the door and
get sucked out.
you get sucked out.
Yeah, I don't really think that there's anything I can do, so I'm just kind of bracing myself on like the what is it, the door frame or whatever, because this Earthship is moving and I'm kind of being jostled myself.
Okay. So you're braced at the door. It is now Robbie's turn.
Go, Robbie.
He's gonna sit down at science
He's
station.
gonna sit on the ground. Just like old times.
I think it's time
Finally.
for a break.
I'm getting kind of used to this. Will you just push the button and turn the shields on? Oh, guess I will. Boop. Shields come up.
New favorite duo.
All right,
Kenneth and
we
Robbie.
are at the top of the next round. Razel. I assume you're just prepping to shoot again?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Sev also.
He's like
rats. Oh, go ahead.
He's
No, go
like-
ahead.
Through his comments, all right, Razel, we gotta do better this time. Put some more oomph in it.
I shot it. What
Ain't
more do
better.
you want from me?
Oh, more.
All right, I'll put.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
Surprise.
All right, so rats, you see the nose of your ship beginning to go out of the airlock doors, as you also see them beginning to close. What are you gonna do?
Man,
Put it in reverse.
Yeah, I'm going to. Like, I feel like if I jump out of the ship, I'm in danger of the ship flying back and crushing me to death. So, Rats, he takes a couple seconds to think, and I'm going to cast Instant Upgrade. An Instant Upgrade lets me conjure a temporary cybernetic augmentation. So I will give myself a data jack
Nice.
Okay.
so that I could pilot the Necroglider if I get thrown from the ship.
Okay.
Oh,
That's why I
shit.
said, oh wait, no, he can't 100% pilot it.
All right.
How long does it last?
80, or no, sorry, 100 minutes.
And where does this protrude from your body?
Obviously a crotch.
No.
I remember you, EP.
Rest in peace.
Shades of AP.
I'm not dead.
Yeah, he just gets like a little like amplifier plug-in in the back of his head.
It's a USB.
He's got a 3.5 millimeter jack back there.
Yeah.
You try to plug it in and oh damn, wrong side. What? How's that wrong? Oh, now I got it.
He's got USB-C, but he's actually used lightning. He's like, oh fuck.
All right, so Rats prepares for this possibility that he's going to have to fly the ship. It is now Ken's turn.
It's Kenneth.
You guys took a big old chunk off this last time. He had to kind of pilot to one direction to avoid some of the debris that you shot off this larger hunk of debris. But now it's your opportunity to fire at it again. So Sev and Razel.
That's not as good.
My dice flew off my desk.
21.
21 is a hit.
I did it.
I rolled a
Nice.
20.
You
I'll
got a
re-roll
20?
it since it went off the table.
Yeah.
I'll play it fair.
Got 9 damage.
28.
That's a hit.
Nine damage.
Both got 9 damage. Look at us.
All right, so you're both able to strike this thing and split it in half as you strike right down the middle. Boom, boom. And the larger thing splits off again. So it's like 4 larger pieces, but they've split apart. And Ken sees an opportunity to head straight through the middle of it.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, that's pretty low.
Yeah.
What's the tier of our starship? 10? Or your starship?
What do you,
Yeah.
What's this our starship deal, Chris? It's ours. Not yours. You're not part of it.
I'm sorry.
Who do you think you are?
I don't know.
Chris.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he is unable to successfully. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot what the bonus is. Okay, so he is not able to go through scot clean,
Scott free.
So-
Scott free?
scot free. I knew it was
I don't
wrong
want
as
to
I
clean
said.
Scott.
Yeah, Scott sucks.
Hey, my name's Scott Clean.
And I'm a dirty piece of shit. I work at the junkyard.
Okay, so he's not quite able to completely dodge this, so you guys take 15 points of damage to the front shields.
I hope someone's keeping track of that.
And also, the ship continues to pivot to the right, which further throws rats out into space instead of back into the ship. It is Raquel's turn. You could probably see this like on a video feed just outside of the cargo bay.
Yeah, I can't really do anything to help rats at this time, can I?
You could open up the open up the door and go.
Save
You
him.
have environmental protections.
At this point, though, you said it was going to take a full round. This is a full round since I told Jeeves to close the doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, are they closed?
So the nose of his ship is now sticking out, and the doors have kind of crunched the front end of the ship a little bit. So they're still open. They're not going to be able to close anymore, but it doesn't seem like he's in danger of the ship slipping out anymore.
Okay, I think she's probably just going to hold right now. Still bracing herself at the doorway just to see if he can somehow get the ship back into the... And if not, she's going to have to try and go out there and help him out.
Okay. It is now Rob's turn. Rob is like, is there anything else I can do? Can I just sit? Okay, I'll sit.
Yeah, do that.
All right, it's Razel and Sev's turn. You've blown out the largest chunk of this debris in the field that's approaching you. There's some smaller, lesser ones that are coming your way. You can continue to fire, or you can rely on Kenneth to be able to pilot through. You guys are giving him bonuses when you strike the asteroid. However, you feel like they're small enough that maybe he can handle it, maybe you can't. So if you want to divert your attention elsewhere, you can, but if you want to continue to fire, you can do that as well, because bonuses are always good.
Yeah, continue firing, I say.
Oh, my bonus is actually
Get it together, Kenneth.
plus 14.
I'm trying. I don't know this ship. It's the weirdest one I've ever seen.
You're weird.
Yes. Okay.
Rats, you have the nose of the ship sticking out. You feel like you're not going to slip out any further. You feel like it's also not going to slip back in unless you take some sort of major impact, or unless the ship has suffered enough damage that it starts to shear off the front nose of the necroglider. That's kind of the situation you find yourself in. Is it riskier to stay in or get out? That's kind of what you're weighing right now.
Are you trying to destroy our ship, Chris?
Trying to destroy your life.
Okay, I guess I'll get out of the necroglider.
You're not going to back it up? So that the doors can
wedged.
close?
It's got a door on top of it because of somebody.
Oh my god, whatever. It's always my fault.
All right, so move action to hop out of the thing, and then you are down on the deck by this necroglider. Do you do anything else? You want to move?
Yeah.
Hang tight? Check out the view?
Rats hops out of the necroglider off to the side, runs up to the door.
Okay.
Obviously not the cargo door. The one into the ship.
Okay. I'll say you can get there just as one move. So you do have a standard left if you want.
I mean, if I open the door, it depressurizes the rest of the ship.
Well, it'll depressurize just this corridor here. You know that there are just tons of doors. You got these double doors going all down the main corridor. And then in this particular section, you've got the door to the cafeteria and the dining hall.
Yeah, what I mean.
So
to
there
say
will be
is
some decompression, but it won't be the entire ship.
It'll decompress Raquel, and
Yeah.
that'll hurt a lot.
I mean, can't you tell Jeeves to slightly open the door so that you can, like, back the ship up so he could actually shut it?
It's not how
That's not how decompression works.
In real life or in the game?
Okay, well. Then I guess we're just riding around with this thing open from here on out. Or forever.
Well, I mean, once we get into like a pressurized thing, we could get it back in there.
I mean, I'm bracing myself on the door. Like, if you... She's not trying to block you from coming in.
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
All right, Rats is hanging by the door. It's now Ken's turn. There is you've left one piece of debris behind you. There's another one in front of you. Sev and Razel, you may take your shots.
I've been short selling my roll by 3 this entire time.
Oh, because of the computer bonus?
No, oh yeah, something like that.
16. Computer bonus. What do we get from that?
I think there's a +2 or +3.
Oh no,
to
that's
a
not
couple of
even.
checks over.
No, it's just my base attack and my dex just give me a +14. I'm not even using the computer.
Alright. So it's +3? 2?
I'm guessing. I don't know what the stats of your ship are.
I don't know either. Ship details.
It's a +3.
I think it's what 2 per round, right?
Two +3s, yeah. It's a Mark III duo node computer.
+3.
So if we both took that, I'd have a 33.
Mine is much lower than that.
I'm just
19.
I'm gonna roll my damage.
19, that is a miss. 33 is the hit.
Rolled a 2.
10 damage. I rolled a 5, 4, then a 1. Yeah, so
All right.
he's just. I mean, Seb's done this before. This is kind of what he does. So he's very laser focused in.
Razel's not used to this.
All right, so Razel, you fire off a shot, you miss because like the ship lurched to the side last round, and Seb, you hit. So piloting check here. All right, so Kenneth tries to swerve around this piece of debris, and he ends up clipping the wing a little bit. 20. It's going to be 20 points of damage to the starboard shields. If I had more time in this ship, I wouldn't be flying like a first-year cadet.
That's what they all say.
I need everybody that is standing to make a
boy.
reflex save, which I believe is just Raquel and Rats.
Yeah, I'm sitting down. We know Robbie's sitting.
That's what he does best.
Yeah.
Bad.
What do you got for those reflex saves?
8.
I have a 23.
All right, Rats, you like grab onto like the door handles or something, and you keep yourself steady. Raquel, you fall and land on the ground as the ship is buffeting beneath you.
I like how I was braced and he wasn't, and I'm the one that falls.
Yeah, but he's in open space technically, so like it would be. He's not affected by the gravity of the ship.
Raquel, it's your action. You're laying down on the ground. You hear the explosion. You hear explosions like through the hull of the ship as the ship collided with this piece of metal.
All right. I pull myself back up, and I communicate to Rats. What do you need me to do? How can I help?
Rats is like, wow, like, he's got his comms, so because I'm thinking like he would just be in silence surrounding him, like he's got his life bubble, so he can kind of has like atmosphere, but over the comms, he's like, I have to depressurize the back of the ship. Like, you need to get somewhere safe.
Okay. So I guess
He's basically like hanging onto the frame of this
Jesus.
door, like with his legs up in the air.
no.
Like,
She tried to help and she made it worse. Okay. Yeah. Well, hearing that, she hesitates a little bit, but then she takes off as far as she can this round to a more secure area.
Okay. I guess closest would be the dining hall, or you could head back to the bridge.
I'd probably do the dining hall. That way, I'm like closer to him. If if he needs help that I can make worse.
Okay, so you run about 15 feet, get around, or about 20 feet, get around the corner. You stand in front of the door of the dining hall. And let's see, it is. And actually, Jeeves will open the door for you. So you're able to get in there.
Thanks, Jeeves.
Absolutely. It is Rob's turn. He is enjoying the floor. And now it is Razel and Sev. Captain, my captain, where can he be? But you've got one final piece of debris in front of you to deal with.
I guess Sev's gonna he's gonna yell at Razel.
Razel, we have one more. I'm counting on you for this. No more misses.
I'm not used to this.
Yeah, well, get used to it, old man. We can't teach old lizards new tricks.
Are we rolling now? Yeah. Hey, 29. Back on my game. 32, actually.
All right, that's a hit.
26.
All right, you both got hits.
Ooh. Fuck! 10. All 3 turns, the last d6 I've rolled was a 1.
I got 13.
Okay. So you both take off, you both fire, and you both hit and deal a significant chunk of damage to this thing. You blow off 1/3 of it, and before Ken makes his piloting check, Rats, you've told Raquel to run off. You're standing there at the doors right now. What do you do?
I guess engineering check to pop the door open.
Yeah, to unlock. Yeah, because it was locked.
Rats starts pulling a panel apart, and I got a 33 engineering.
Okay, yeah, you know the ship inside now. You could have done this blind in your sleep backwards. You are able to unlock the door.
He like holds tight to the frame as wind whips past him once again. His legs flailing, and then he pulls himself in and closes the door behind him.
Oh, I did read in the decompression thing, you get a bonus for having the jetpack.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so the door opened, so let me do the decompression damage and give me a reflex save.
Yeah, I guess you need that bonus, huh? I think it's a +1.
Yeah, it's +1.
I just rolled a natural 20.
We'll add 1 to that.
So, yeah, it's a 28.
Okay, so door flies open. You're ready for this. Still, I mean, it's just a torrent of air buffets you. You take 9 points of damage as it just hits your body. But you hang on tight, swing yourself in, and close the door behind you. And, like, all at once, like, the air stops moving, and you weren't, like, necessarily, like, floating, but you kind of, like, hit the ground, like, gravity restored itself. And you're leaning against that door, probably breathing heavily. And up at the front of the ship, Ken hopefully makes one last piloting check here. Oh my god, that's a natural 1.
Jesus Christ, Ken.
He doesn't know the ship. He doesn't know it.
I told you where the buttons are!
There's only one.
You told me to hit the blue button!
No, it's the red button!
Oh, damn it!
So that is 30 points of damage to the front shields.
I hope someone's keeping track of that, huh?
How much points?
30.
That's a lot of points.
It was 30 and 15.
So it wasn't pretty, but you've cleared the larger bits of debris. Everything else is kind of inconsequential. We'll go ahead and get out of initiative order. Rats, you're sitting there at the door. Raquel, you're in the dining hall. Razel, Sev, you're each in your respective firing chambers. Ken is just sitting in the pilot seat, kind of like, yelling at himself for flying like a first-year cadet, and Rob's just sitting there on the floor, like, checking out the blinking lights. What do y'all do?
Feeling like things have kind of calmed down a bit, Raquel heads back towards where Rats was to see how he's doing.
Yeah, Seb's gonna walk over to Razel's station.
Oh no.
And he's gone.
And
No.
he's dead.
Jesus Christ.
You did good, Razel, for someone who's been out of it for a while in terms of actually shooting things. You did good.
Thanks.
Just don't miss ever again.
Oh my god.
Life
All right. Puts a gun to his
No, no. He puts his shell knuckles to the side of his head.
I sold those.
Oh.
Let's go see what's up with the... See what happened to the others.
Oh, jeez, I completely forgot, to be honest. Everything's happened so quick. Yeah, hopefully Rats is still okay. Yeah, so he's gonna, like, jog down the hall.
When Raquel gets there, is Rat still kind of on the ground or whatever, trying to regain balance or what have you?
Yeah, his ears popped like 8
Oh,
times,
God.
so he's like slowly pushing himself up on the walls, like standing up.
Oh, Rats, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought I was helping.
Yeah, it was almost a good idea.
She kind of has like a small little smirk on her face from that. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do?
Just turn off all of the air conditioners. I don't want any more wind touching my body.
I think
I'll get right on that. She sees like that your fur is like all over the place. Like you have windswept hair like no other. So she casts token spell to kind
To
of
comb me?
yeah, to comb you basically. 'Cause she just feels so bad that she kept you in that position. How are you feeling like physically? Are you okay? Like that looked pretty rough.
Yeah, it was floating around in a vacuum. It's not
Right,
pleasant.
I mean, I can heal you if you need. Me too.
I'll be fine.
All right. Starting to realize like he's just not wanting to really interact with her right now. She heads to the helm to, I guess, tell Jeeves on the way, like, hey, make sure that the air conditioning is turned off anytime Rats is in the area. He's not really up for that right now.
Absolutely. Environmental controls is what I do best.
And then she
she's
just
got a smart thermostat as an AI.
Right. And she, as I assume, as like Sev and is Razel going there too?
He's right next to me.
Okay, yeah. I assume as they like are kind of jogging down the corridor, I'm like heading the opposite way, like kind of looking worse for wear.
Like-
what?
Yeah, like,
What happened?
everything all right?
Yeah, I don't think Rats wants to talk to me right now.
What'd you do this time? Did you try to push story time again?
He was actually for that idea, but no, not this time. Just, yeah, go check on him.
And he's okay, right? Like everything was okay?
Did the plan work?
Yeah, we don't know. We were, what happened?
I mean, overall, it worked out pretty well. It's probably best if you just talk to him about it.
Okay. Make sure, I guess, keep an eye on the other two up front. Make sure they don't do anything stupid. Don't mind Robbie. He's on the floor again. I guess he kind of prefers that. I don't really know. I know it is kind of laughable. I agree. Middle of trying to, dodge out of asteroids, and motherfucker just sits on the floor. Like, The
He's one of
nervous.
them dirty floor boys.
Yeah, he's one of those dirty. Those dirty floor boys took my uncle back in '68. So yeah, I'll go check on the cats, and you just, I don't know, supervise. Do it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess
I gotcha.
All right, so Raquel heads up to the bridge, but let's keep it here with Seb and Razel for a moment. Razel is apparently on top of rats.
He's breakdancing on top of rats. Yeah, I guess like go walk around the corner and be like, hey, Cap, everything all right?
Get Razel off of me, goddammit.
Razel, get off of him.
I did see him. He's laying on the ground for some reason.
You know he's smaller than you. We keep telling you to watch out for him around the ship.
God.
Get your
For
eyes.
the God's sake. I mean, I'd rather be out in the vacuum of space than have you on top of me.
Yeah, like he's like yeah. Speaking of, I mean, obviously, I assume the plan went okay. Are you all right? Everything, you know?
You know, don't let anybody tell you that rapid decompression is not a great rush. But it was very painful.
Okay.
He's just like huddled over, like gasping for air, basically.
Seb's like kneel down and like kind of like put his hand on his like, hey, do we need to take you to your room? Like, do you need to go lie down? Are you all right?
No, are we on the freaking capital ship yet?
No, I think we're almost there. We were busy shooting up like bits of debris, so the shields took some damage. Unfortunately, the guy piloting kept saying, I don't know this ship, so he kind of drove like shit.
He pressed the red button.
Yeah,
No, he
Razel,
pressed the
Razel,
blue
get it.
button. And I told him to press the red button.
I know. So we'll have to see what damage, if there really is any. I think we're on the home stretch here. Now we have to figure out what to do about these two.
They're our friends.
Yes, Razel, I'm aware, but like, they're not gonna. Anyway, just head back to the helm, I assume. Like, are you sure you're all right? Take a couple extra minutes.
Can you take a 10-minute rest?
Yeah, you take.
No, we gotta push on, okay? Like, let's.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, we're heading back.
We have to go back.
So everybody heads back into the bridge. Raquel is already there, and Kenneth is slamming the control board like one more time, and he turns around to Raquel and is like, What the hell happened back there? We're flying along, and then all of a sudden there was some sort of tailspin, and then
I mean, I would love to know what happened too. My guess is we had some debris hit us and we didn't realize it was coming. Like, we took a beating back there.
I clearly saw the debris coming, but this happened before. All of a sudden the ship lunged to port.
I mean, with all due respect, there is gunfire all around us. Isn't there still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what caused the debris.
It could have easily been something caused by that.
I mean, to Raquel's credit, I do remember a large, like weapon round flying right across our, right in front, right across our beam.
Nose.
So, I mean,
I'm a trained combat soldier, and I know that my piloting skills didn't show very well.
no,
But
they
I
did
know what happened. There was some sort of malfunction or deviation right before that weapon was fired. What happened back there?
not. Well, and yeah, like Seth kind of looks at Raquel like, look, man. I mean, like, we're in a battle. Like I said, maybe we did. We got hit by.
I mean, has there really ever been an instance where you're trying to sneak by a battlefield unscathed? Like, how rare is it to not be hit?
I guess I'm just frustrated.
Hey, man,
It's a
look.
fine ship, and I screwed it up.
Hey, it's okay. Accidents happen. I don't think there was any real. I think the shields took a lot of it, so if not all. So I mean, really, the shields got messed up. But I mean, That's
They'll recharge in like 10
really-
minutes.
yeah, that's every day.
I'm really worried that Rats is going to be mad at me.
Rats
you
won't.
know?
Hey, you know what? Listen,
We just talked to Rats.
we just talked to Rats. We explained the whole situation. He's not
He's
mad.
mad at someone else.
He's yeah, he's mad at somebody else, not you and not Robbie. He said you guys did a good job. You know, everything's all right. I know I don't like to speak for him since he's not here, but he
He's taking like 2 minutes to get his breath back.
yeah he you know.
Nah, I wouldn't know what that's like, but I haven't breathed in a while. But I can admire that. Sometimes you gotta admit when you need a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
See? Look at Robbie over there.
Yeah, look at Rob.
Yeah, no, Robbie, you epitome of the break man. You old bag of bones.
Oh my.
Yeah, Robbie, you bag of bones. Get up off the floor. It's dirty down there.
Fine. He
What would
stands
Rats
up.
think if he walked in and saw you laying on the dirty floor?
I probably. I don't know. What would Rats think?
Well, that's why I asked you, because you know you're his best friend.
Rats, the doors slide open. Rats walks in. He looks around at everybody.
And Sev just kind of like, "Hey, Cap, thanks for joining us."
Robbie, you old son of a gun.
He points at you and winks.
On the floor again, huh?
You love sitting, man. I knew you needed a good sit.
You know, I never would have discovered that if not for you, Rats.
Classic Robbie sitting. I don't know your last name.
Robbie sitting bones.
Robbie sitting bones.
Sitting bones. Kenneth walks over to Rats and he's like, I'm really sorry. I couldn't fly her. It's no way to treat another man's ship.
Meanwhile,
Kenneth, I should have spent more time with you, teaching you how to fly. The good intent.
You know, I really appreciate that, but it's all on me, Rats. It's all on me. I will go out on the hall and I will paint every scratch there is. Did you know I'm a painter?
Kenneth, of course.
I should probably get back to that someday. I used to paint before I was in the service. Anyway, where's everybody else?
Yeah,
Did they get to take a look at the ship?
They sure did. They looked right at it for a while. And then there was a malfunction with the ship. The bay doors swung open, and unfortunately everybody was sucked out into space except for me.
And he's just like, if you could see dumbfounded on his like eyeballless eye sockets, that's what you'd see. And he's
Razel's like, oh my god.
Yeah, Sev's like, "Oh my god, everyone's gone." I had a poker game lined up with all of them when we got back on the ship.
oh, they love poker.
Oh damn.
Oh, everybody but you, Rats.
Every single one of them except for me.
Oh, dude, that's so crazy. Like, you're so lucky. I imagine these guys can't detect sarcasm.
They were trained combat soldiers. They operate in a vacuum in space all the time. I just can't. That's like training 101 for them. I can't believe that they got blown out into space.
Sev goes, "Well, they said compliance is the biggest enemy on a battlefield."
It really is. You know, once you got a bunch of defiant people, you might as well just go put your head in the toilet and flush. I mean, that's what I hear a lot of Earth people say.
Oh well, I mean, maybe they just got
I
used
don't know
to.
what Earth is, but yeah.
Yeah, what the hell's Earth?
I don't know. I heard about it in old records.
I heard about it on a podcast.
Have you ever heard of it? It's Adventure Awaits.
It sounds like shit.
We need to go back there.
You can get through the first couple episodes. It's all right.
All right, I'll give it a shot. Anyway, back to. No, but like in the battlefield, soldiers get used to a certain routine, and you kind of get lax on your diligence and your what's the word I'm thinking? What's the word, Kenneth? Help me out here. Discipline. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so maybe
Discipline.
They lack discipline.
Thanks, Razel. I said
Yep.
this one like 2 seconds ago, but thanks for keeping up.
I got it.
Yeah,
here to
maybe, they just got lax and something, they just got caught off guard.
That ship was really cool.
It is cool. I think.
That is cool.
Yeah, they all said they loved it. Every single one of them.
I guess it's not a bad last thing to see, but boy, it's really gonna be a bitch to find them in space. They can survive, but you can't scan for life.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Well,
Yeah, and like
a moment of silence for our fallen comrades.
Moment of silence.
Raquel's awkwardly standing there like, I definitely just said I didn't know there was a malfunction. So she's just like, I hope they don't say anything.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, well, I guess I'll get you guys the rest of the way to the ship. I might have to go back out and try to find him, though, if you don't mind. Can I borrow your necroglider? Can't leave my men behind if they're still alive.
It's pretty wedged in there, Kenneth.
Oh, well. They died for a worthy cause. All right, well,
For the corpse
if you're
fleet.
ready...
yeah, for the
for the
corpse.
corpse fleets. If you're ready to move on along, kind of tired of driving your ship. I don't want to break it anymore, and we're nearly there.
All right. Do I take over? What?
Robbie speaks up from over at the science station.
Okay.
Hey, I know you're all having a good time over there. Normally I would just sit, but I was just kind of looking around and I saw on this display here that the main hangar bay got hit by that explosion. It's pretty well decimated. So unfortunately, gonna have to go to one of the smaller bays, and I don't think the ship's gonna fit inside. But it's not a problem. We can just land on the side of the ship and walk right in.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys like a little spacewalk.
Who doesn't like a good spacewalk on a Friday afternoon?
Rats gets that dead look in his eye and just stares off. Like at a random corner.
Because he was just staring out into space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. We'll just touch down on the side, just get out, and walk right into the main bay doors.
Yeah. That's great. Yep.
That gets.
Everybody good with that? Anybody scared?
No, I think I'll be all right.
The ringing in Rat's ears intensifies as he just continues to stare off, not saying anything.
Is Rat's totally shell shocked from the whole thing?
Maybe. This might be something that he refers to in the future.
Like Casterville.
Honestly,
He supplanted Casterville with
with the decompression.
Kenneth speaks back up. Excellent plan, Robbie. Now, I just want to let you know, everybody, when we get to where we're going, I'm going to have to put you back in handcuffs, for good measure.
You're gonna have us walk out in the vacuum of space in handcuffs?
No, that's silly. We'll wait till we get into the hangar. But, if anybody's around, I don't want to get in trouble for bringing you aboard without the proper security.
Now, hear me out. What if we just act like we're handcuffed? I mean, if this ship gets hit like ours did just now, we don't want to be thrown around on the ship and hurt and injured. We're friends.
Hey, Raquel, can you come over here for a second?
Yeah.
Then he puts his arm around your shoulder, whispers "Hey, Raquel, there's no such thing as bad ideas, but man, that was really close." No, I'm just fucking with you. You're good. That's not to be a fun little callback to earlier.
Yeah. I just wish that it was in good humor when our captain wasn't really mad at me. So,
Is he
but
mad?
it's fine.
Is he
It's
really
fine.
mad at you?
I think so.
I think you're overreacting.
I mean, I could be, but I'm usually pretty good at reading.
I mean, he just went through a kind of a really bad thing. Maybe just give him some time. Maybe.
Yeah.
Emotions run high, and people just snap in in situations of high stress. So maybe it wasn't you; it's just the situation.
That's true. That's really true. And, you know, honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed that with all my training, I didn't think of that. But, yeah.
You know, when you're in combat a lot, you kind of pick up some stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
All right. Sorry. We had to talk about something.
I was just gonna say it's a little weird. I thought we were all friends, and then you start whispering. I hope you're not making fun of me or something.
No. This was a personal thing. I had to talk to her about seeing a man about a wallaby.
Say no more.
Right? You get it.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Yeah. I see. If it were my ship, I would totally let you guys come on without being handcuffed. But I'm still not the head honcho around here. Once we get back on that ship, I'm just a peon. So, I really don't want to get in trouble. You know.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd just like to show you like what I'm kind of thinking, and you tell me if it looks real or not.
As she's showing him, like, Seb's gonna walk over to where Rats is and kind of tap him on the shoulder, like, kind of just nudge him and like, hey, he's like, are you all right?
I guess Rat snaps out of his shell shock. Yeah, great.
Seb's gonna look down and he goes, I know that look. We're gonna talk later. Obviously now's not the time, but trust me, keeping this in is not the best thing to do. He's he's gonna turn and like look back up like he just was paying attention to what Raquel was doing.
And she's got like her arms behind her back, like kind of like up close to what she's wearing to try and cast a shadow over her wrists. And could I like do either a disguise or a bluff check to see if like this would look real enough to convince them?
Yeah, you can do a disguise or a bluff. I don't know if is opposed. What's it opposed by?
It's usually DC is like 10 plus or something. If you're trying to lie, it's bluff. If you're trying to change appearance,
Well, then it would probably be bluff, I would think.
DC is he is friendly, so the DC is -5. The DC of this check is a sense motive check equal to 10 plus the creature's total sense motive skill bonus.
Oh, so she's just got to roll a bluff check that's greater than my 10 plus my sense motive.
-5 since he's friendly. Actually, he's helpful. Was he friendly or helpful? What do you? Oh, they're both the same. I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a bluff check then.
Okay, that's gonna be a total of 18.
Whoa! I mean, that's amazing. I mean, if I used to do inspections for this sort of thing, and I could spot it up a mile away, but it looks legit. All right, well, I guess you all can do the. If everybody's got the level of skill that Raquel has here, have at it.
I can guarantee I do not.
Or just like raise your hands.
Yeah, can I raise my hands?
Normal prisoner. You know.
Yeah.
We could just say, hey, we couldn't find the handcuffs. They're
Handcuffs got lost in the fight, man.
You know what?
They got decompressed out into space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about it. Maybe if you guys just leave your hands behind your back and stay behind the real professional here, Raquel will be good.
Okay.
She gets like a really big smile on her face and looks back at the guys like, yeah.
Sev just like puts his hand like through his hair. He's like, I never thought I would have heard that. But... All right, yeah. Well, I can do that. Sounds simple enough. All for you, Kenneth.
Nah, all for you guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
I'm just trying to help
Thank
you get that HR job, man. I'm here for you.
You know, I haven't felt this happy since I met you guys, so it's great.
Well, thank you, Kenneth. That means a lot, and we're having a good time with you and floor guy Robbie over there.
He's kind of a weirdo, but you'll warm up to him.
I know you won't warm up, right?
He got himself.
He loved his own joke.
No, I'm laughing at how fucking absurd this dumb situation is. It's so stupid.
I love it.
I mean, my joke was funny, but...
So Kenneth turns back around in the pilot chair. Says, all right, We'll take her into Docking Bay B-21. And the ship moves to land outside on the hull of this giant... Did we ever say what the name of it was yet?
Empire of Bones.
Land on the Empire of Bones. And as he's completing the final landing procedures, he looks over to Raquel and says, you know, maybe you should consider joining the Corpse Fleet, our spy division, with those mad disguise skills you have.
Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, I mean, if you have a card, I'll take it and maybe call you up sometime.
He pulls a card out and hands it to you.
For when you're dead, is what it says on the front.
She,
So you have touchdown.
I was just gonna
go
say
ahead.
she tucks it away safely into her belongings, knowing she will never do this.
So you're now docked on the side of this massive ship, and there is an airlock, it looks like, just behind the bridge, behind the gunnery stations, which you can use to do a short little spacewalk over to the main bay, which is open. There's no security force field in the way to prevent the atmosphere from venting, as there is no atmosphere on the Bone ship. So you would all know this from your experiences with them, so you'd want to have something. Obviously, I think everybody has life bubble, but just be aware going into it that there's no atmosphere on the ship.
Yeah.
You are standing at the airlock doors. You all file in. Is there anything that anybody wanted to do before you head into the Empire of Bones?
I want to make sure the oven's turned off.
All right. You go make sure the oven's turned off, put away Jeeves' cooking that has everything thrown in it.
Be like, we're gonna get back to this later, Jeeves.
Yeah, Jeez, we're gonna have to talk about your cooking routines because it is there is lots to be left desired here.
I look forward to your critiques, I suppose, and your instruction.
We'll be back soon.
So you all file into the airlock. You're side by side. It's kind of cramped with everybody in there. And the outer airlock door, after the decompression cycle ends, opens up. You're staring out into the vastness of space. You see all of the other gates circling around, illuminating the place. Gunfire everywhere, explosions. There's ships that are flying around, engaging the defenses. There are other ships that have been destroyed, lifeless hunks of metal floating in space. And we kind of pull away from the Empire of Bones, and you see that this, the Good Intent, is but a fly on this massive ship. And we'll see you next time.
Ooh.
Damn you! Hey guys, make sure to check out our website at adventureawaitspod.com. There you can find links to our Facebook and Twitter and keep up to date when we release new episodes. And a big thanks to Sirenscape for providing music and sound effects. Check them out at sirenscape.com, where you can revolutionize your tabletop gaming experience.
Hello, everyone. Kevin here to shout out our patrons. For every patron, I'm going to roll a die, and that's how good your week is going to go. All right, here we go. IPOSC, here we go. We've got a 3. Ooh, that's not great. Mary Geiselink, we got 11. Above average. Ultra Wave 7. Oh, natural 1. I hope that doesn't happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm telling you right now. Adam Wendell, 3. Oh man, the rolls are not going well today. Josh Gamble, you got an 11. It's not bad. Cody Rutherford, 15. It's not terrible. That's pretty good. And then Renus, another 3. So I hope that those low rolls don't happen to you all. And I do have some good news though. The Patreon show, episode 5, was recorded last week. It's in the edit bay right now, and should be coming out January 6th. So look forward to that. I'd also like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and hope you have a good time. Stay safe, of course. But this year has been really weird as far as years go. So I hope you all can have a very, very fun and safe Christmas. And we'll see you all next week. Bye now.